Ugh. Ugh. Wee doggy. Look at this. Look, 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 look. I'm looking hot. Let me just tell you. Welcome. Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where I'm weird and we all get a little woo woo. Now, it has been a morning. I'm just going to tell you, okay? Today's coffee and tarot. All right. Let me just, like, it ain't even been a long day. And it's been a day. Okay. So, we're just going to, I don't know. What is wrong with my head? Don't answer that. First off, couldn't find my bra this morning. Please tell. Like there was one specific one. Like I have a lot of like athletic bras and like there was one specific one that's nice and comfortable. It's kind of your favorite. Couldn't find it. Don't ask me how I lost it. So I almost came on here and white trashed this shit. Just letting you know. Okay. But luckily for you, I found it. So, no rogue nothings. Okay. Um, then I get on the scale this morning and I discovered I know they tell you not to pay attention to the scale, especially when you've been working out. I feel like I worked out a little too hard because they say that muscle weighs more. Because I was like one weight and I was like woohoo, and then all of a sudden I don't know out of nowhere I'm a different weight, and I'm like now I can go in the mirror and tell that this part is thinner and it's still going down. But the number on the scale says it's not. And it's not like women will understand this. It's not like it's not like I needed to go to the bathroom. Uh, been indulging in them coffee enemas and shit. I was like, what is going on? I almost lost my shit. And it's like, I'm not getting on the scale again because that I wanted to cry. So I fear that I am muscling a little too much. And to be fair, I think it's my legs because I don't want you know what I mean? And so I don't know if I need to lay off because like it's disheartening to see that number, but it's been rough. And then I go into my purse and realize my son forgot his phone in my purse. And so now if anything changes I'm like, I swear to God. I swear to God, y'all. I swear it's been a morning. So I got me a cup of coffee. And it's just little things. Nothing major, nothing big, nothing. I'm just like, what in the, And I'm like, and I think the coffee is going to make it all better. So we're going to dig in. Okay. Coffee and tarot. We come to the table or the couch, whatever it is. And we open ourselves up to a message from spirit. Spirit gets to determine what we're going to talk about. We don't put no parameters on spirit. We don't come with an agenda, a question, parameters, time frames, none of that shit. Spirit gets to have free reign, and we have to listen. Okay. Now, sometimes when you really give spirit free reign like that, it can be a simple message, or sometimes it is a talking to. And so, if it's a talking to, that's why we get our cup ready because we're ready to listen. So grab your matcha, your lemon water, your coffee, whatever it is that you want. Settle in, and we're going to see if there's a message. Okay. Now, I have to give my spiel. You're a sovereign being over your life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. So my suggestion to you is not to Cinderella shit to make it fit. Okay? Okay. Fantastic. Am I secretly hoping the coffee makes me lose a couple pounds a little bit later? Maybe. Just to appease my ego that is having issues right now? Maybe. Is that a healthy mindset? I don't know. I don't care right now. I almost cried earlier, y'all. God died. How much work I'm putting in. Saw that. I was like, you know what? Okay. So we're gonna I have the book. Moon Magic Oracle. That's where we're starting. It rained last night, which we needed it. And despite it, like when I got in the car yesterday, is 100 degrees. I was like, bleh. They even canceled my son's practice for running. Look, let me just tell you, they run in 90-something degree weather, but once it hits 100, like, yeah, you probably should go home. These kids are running. I don't care. And then he's in his conditioning class, he told me this morning, and it was like during the day, during school day, and it was like maybe 75 out. And they're like, I don't know. Like the other kids in the class, I don't know. I think it's too hot to run the mile because they do a run a mile to warm up. And he's like, I've been running 5-6 miles in 90-degree weather. What are you So he had to tell me all about it this morning. That's how we got caught up, and that's how his phone ended up staying in my purse. I hope life is going good for you. We're going to get started. It tried. It tried. It did not. Nothing flipped. Nothing came out. There we go. Oh, a nightmare. And taking the moon. I almost sang the song, Talking to the Moon. Almost did it. But it's taking the moon. Oh, that's stuck in my hand. Night Out and Waxing Gibbous. All right, let's figure out what this is, where we're going with this. We do whip out for this particular deck, the book, this one, and like Self-Healing or whatever, Sacred Path Oracle, and then also the other one. There's a couple here that we do. We always do. So bear with me. Okay. All right. Nightmare. Where are we going with this? I think we already know. It feels like the idea of something, honestly, rather than reality. But we're still gonna fear, courage, and overcoming. Yeah, it's the idea of something. It's the idea of something. The best The best way to overcome fear is to face it. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I honest to God get this feeling of like it's the explore it. See where I don't fucking care where it comes from. That's the energy I have. I really don't give a shit. You can shadow work everything to fucking death and still make no progress. I think this is just about exactly what it says, the courage and overcoming it. It is just do it anyways. It's the embodiment process. Is walking the talk. Remember we keep saying the only way to overprogram some old programming, healing is freeing it up, saying, hey, I'm ready for something else to be put in its place. But healing doesn't necessarily get rid of completely any old programming or any old, the programming or coding from wounds. It's the reprogramming of things. It's putting a new code for something, right? So we always use the analogy of like your phone, right? When you delete something and put it in the trash folder and you delete it, technically it still can be accessed. It's still there. It's waiting for something to be put in its place, some kind of new mode of operating. And that's what this is. They're just like, look, it's the idea of something that is more challenging than the actual experience of something. Okay. I didn't need to read much of them. Taking the moonlight. Y'all. I normally like highlight things and like line. I've never done anything for this one. You want to know why? Because this one, dare I say, the first time it's ever come out, taking the moonlight, dating, flirtation, and charm. Taking the moonlight indicates something that can begin casual or a new romance in the first stages of development. Every serious relationship begins with a first date. It's a charming card of getting to know new people and enjoying new experiences together and seeing where it all leads. It's the field of possibilities. Okay. When we've been hurt by love, it can be difficult to open up and trust again. Boy, I tell you what, it's the fear of something than the actual act of it in itself. It's the idea that's more challenging than the doing. Like somebody needs to take the leap of faith and just begin to put themselves back out there again. Like you've healed through stuff and you're in a good place, you're in a harmonious place, but actually taking the leap and engaging again with the world around you and being open to dating, flirting, and the possibilities. The idea of it is like, it's like, it, it's like telling yourself you're ready and you want to and everything else like that, but you don't do anything to put yourself in a position where it could actually happen. And so therefore you can always say, I'm ready, I'm open, but also keep yourself safe from like there's an anxiety of just getting back out there again. Where you it's like not putting yourself in positions where somebody could actually flirt with you. It's always having your earbuds in when you're out in public so that you can pretend like you don't see people noticing you. It's it's saying you're ready and then being like, yeah, but not like this, and yeah, but no, I want to lose a little more weight first. Or there's always something, right? There's always something where it's like, oh, I'm totally yeah. Like as soon as this happens, I'm good. Sometimes all you need is for someone new to look on you with fresh eyes and a different perspective. It's not about, motherfuckers, it's not about giving someone else a chance. It's about giving yourself a chance to love again. Okay. See, here's the one. Howling at the moon is the one that I usually think of. And usually when I get howling at the moon, I go talking to the moon. I don't know why. Because howling at the moon is the same thing. So then we have the night owl, wisdom, intelligence. It does talk about experiential learning and indicates that the lessons that you, the lessons you've learned through these darkest nights are the more impactful ones. They're really powerful. Um, he's really representative of all the wisdom you've gained in working through any kind of trauma. That's really what it is, and coming out the other side, and having faith in yourself that you are not today who you were in the past when maybe some nightmares became reality, when experiences and trauma colored how you perceive the love, your ability to love, your willingness, your sense of courage, all of that. And that maybe what you hesitate because you project forward. This is about trusting yourself and taking a risk on yourself, giving yourself a shot at experiencing this and having this in your life. It's telling me that you're the only reason you don't right now. All right, let's go to the last card. I can feel the resistance of wanting to like really hear this and really implement it. Things are coming to a head, and all of your efforts are soon going to be rewarded. It foretells good things coming your way. Windfall, a surprise, a chance encounter, so on. But I suddenly have the urge to want to control everything. Like, I get the sense of, like, if you were tipped off that you were about to meet somebody out, like, get out there, you're gonna meet somebody. It's like you would intentionally find ways, like, I can't because of this, or I can da, da, da. Or, if spirit were to say yes to somebody when you go out there. Like, if you get invited by a friend to go do something, say yes. So and it's like, so you intentionally find a reason not to. I don't want to go out with that friend, da, 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 kind of thing. Or there's just something where it's like they're saying the word arbitrary. These are arbitrary. You find arbitrary reasons, something wrong with every little way, and it's kind of like I better not just randomly run into somebody. I better be looking my best. I'm not. I can promise you, spirit, I ain't gonna uh, talk with somebody if I don't feel my best, and if I'm not looking my best. That kind. Like, I just feel like you're just like so many parameters, so many parameters, so many things have to be just so before you'll say yes. And it's like really arbitrary, according to spirit, maybe not to you, but to spirit, like these are arbitrary bullshit. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. I want to know what I'm interested in knowing what you're telling yourself to not. I just feel like there's little things you could do to make this more of a potentiality, and you intentionally don't engage. You intentionally don't do that. Hey there. Um, you withhold. I definitely see somebody bed rotting. I see somebody staying home. I see somebody having a reason. I'm getting, I don't look good today, or I don't feel my best today, so I really don't want to go out. I need to save my money. I don't want to meet anybody in this town, anyways. Like, I wouldn't, so I'm not even going to try. Like, you block yourself off somehow. There's so many, I feel like there's arbitrary excuses. Again, some of them might be real because, like, I'm in the camp where it's like my person's not where I live, like not even in my state. Hands down, I fucking know. Hands down, and there ain't nothing nobody can convince me otherwise. Mm-mm. I know the culture of where I live. Absolutely not. And so I'm kind of like I feel like I don't know. But spirit's also like, I'm not asking you to go and get long term love. I'm asking you to flirt and like open yourself back up. And it's kind of like you haven't ridden a bike for a while. So maybe you might want to get back on and like practice a little bit. So this is kind of like putting yourself back into the energy of being open and learning how to engage with those around you and connect and like practice flirting again. People who've been like in long term relationships, and they end up like having like they separate, right? And they haven't been on the market in so long. They're like, how do you even do this? How do you even begin? I don't under. It's like giving yourself the opportunity to kind of just like what's for you, what's not. You're not gonna venture into some kind of territory you shouldn't. But you kind of need to like at least open up. But see, this is where I get the because when you sit there and tell me good things are on the horizon, a chance encounter, I'm like, oh, don't like. I feel like you're like, don't take me by surprise, and that is your desire to control the dynamics of something. But it's like, would you need to control it? You just don't want to be surprised. You do not want to be surprised. Like, you're like, take that shit and shove it. No, thank you. I see this. I see women like they want to flirt. They want to. I want to find somebody, and then when random people flirt with them, they're like, ew. They don't. They're grossed out by it. They're like, don't. Every time I go somewhere, I'm like, how are you gonna meet somebody? You don't want to be on apps. You don't want to do it on social media. You want it to be organically, but when it happens organically, you're like, ew. And there's a. I feel like I feel like this is what it feels like. Spirit's like enough of isolation. Somebody has seriously overstayed their welcome in the liminal space, the space in between healing and the new beginning, or the ending of something and the beginning of something. You've overstayed your welcome. It's the spirit's going to take proverbial boot to your ass and off the cliff. Okay, like spirit is like enough. And I don't feel like spirit is your spiritual team, whoever it is that you know. I don't feel like they're going to take no for an answer. And it's almost as if it's like you can be an active participant in this. If you're worried about not looking your best, then I suggest every morning you get up and you know what I mean? Get yourself ready so that you'll feel good. If you get ready or if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready, right? You don't gotta be taken by surprise. It's not as bad of a surprise. But it's gonna I feel like it's gonna happen one way or the other. Like I feel like they're gonna make it to where there's something that you have to get out of your home with. I actually feel like somebody's at home a lot. Like I feel like somebody walking head down. If they go to work, they're just they don't engage like they should. There's very few safe spaces where you will. Like this is something really kind of like you are really just like uninterested, and you're making it abundantly clear. And so maybe it works for you because a lot of people leave you the fuck alone. Not this person, not this chance encounter is going to irritate your soul. I feel like it's like I feel like somebody's saying no spirit and they're like, yes. And it happens anyways. When I tell you I don't know what it is about the chance encounter where somebody is not deterred by your antics. You might find that annoying. Undeterred by your antics. Undeterred by your antics. I gotta write that down because that's what we're gonna talk about. Undeterred by your antics. Okay, there we go. All right, Secret Tarot. Let's go. Let's see what the fuck. The idea is worse than the actual doing. Again, the nightmare. It's not really like something bad is happening. It's just your the way you build something up into your head. All righty. And it's not always common that spirit's like, I'm going to push you off this ledge if you do not fucking jump. When it comes to something like this, like I feel like your spiritual team is like, I am willing to piss you the fuck off. So we can either do this together or you can, you know what I mean? Hey Deep, how are you? Like I feel like they're like saying that. They're like, either you do, I'm just saying, like they're about to force you. And they don't care. I don't know why I keep getting this image of somebody looking. No wonder I said that. I got on this morning talking about I couldn't find my bra and I was about to come up in here looking like white trash. I didn't give a shit. And lucky for y'all, I found it. I don't know how you lose a bra. Like you lose your fucking keys. Okay, I found it. I had more than one, but I didn't want to wear the other shit. And it's like you almost caught it. You almost caught the Kentucky white trash. You almost got it. And yeah, like I feel like that's like spirits like you're gonna get irritated. They're like, I'm gonna pick the day you are the ugliest then. And your ass is gonna I feel pettiness almost from spirit a little bit. Like, you wanna play them games? Because I can make it real, like, when I took and the fact that this motherfucker is not deterred by your antics and somehow still, like, is gonna engage with you. Like, you might be but ugly that day. I'm not gonna lie. And you're gonna be like, "Ew, ew." I said that a lot too this morning about my weight. When I was telling you I was gaining muscle, I didn't like the number on the I was like, "Ew." I'm telling you. Oh, I be throwing fists at spirit. Oh, oh. Could you imagine where you're like, I better not just fucking bump into somebody whatever day and and spirit's like, well, now I'm going to. Like, I just feel like I just this is why you're avoiding shit. You know your spirit team. You know your spirit team. Like, these motherfuckers will wait until and it's like, yes, yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yes, they're always up there. Holds my brain in. Um, yeah, it's like the more petty you get with trying to control some shit, the pettier your spiritual team's gonna be. Like, when I tell you, there's something sweet about this person, this chance encounter where nothing about the meeting circumstance deters them. Um, that might play an important. I swear to God, I'm getting irritated. An important factor later because it's like you know that they're actually attracted to you. You might be like, why? Um, um, undeterred. This is why you keep your head down. I think spirit's been encouraging you, pushing you, and you're like, I'm ready, I'm available, but let me at least do this. And it's like, okay, days, I don't know, but you just have that feeling. You have a feeling. You just know they're gonna put some shit. You know it, and I can't tell you they won't, because I think you're already at the point where they're like, they've got their boot in the air, ready to kick you in the ass. Like you, this may be at the point of no return. Kind of like they're already irritated with your shit, like your spiritual team, and they're like, sink or swim, bitch, and they're gonna into the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, figure it out. Like, they're not. Oh, that's why you're like this. Okay. I know. I don't. You may not have time to get ready. What the fuck ever. Okay. Yeah, that's anxiety inducing. The 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Like, you are just like, they're like, something's gonna happen quickly. And the thing is, usually with like in Rider Waite, there's a lot of decks. Most decks they don't have a person in the 8 of Wands because the 8 of Wands is more about things happening with speed because spirit is in control, right? And so they are giving me a bit of like communication, but like the speed of this and like how soon it feels like, and that's where the 9 of Wands. It's like, like you're working hard to try and figure ways where it won't like you control it. Your walls are up. Your walls are up. You're just and I also think that when this happens, you're like, no, 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 no. Like, I don't know. I get eye contact and you can tell as soon as a motherfucker has like this motherfucker gonna talk to me. He's gonna talk to me. And you are just like, you're looking I'm not and try what like it's gonna happen. Nine of Wands. You can feel it soon. You can feel it coming soon because Spirit's been saying something to you for quite some time. And I get it. Sometimes there's legitimate reasons where, like we can't make ourselves as available. Shit happens. There's time frames, like I'm sorry, Spirit, but 100-degree weather and you think that I'm gonna go outside? I'm not. But it's like it's giving time up. As in they're like, well, too fucking bad. And you know it. Devil. It's the appearance of having control. But my gut says I know I'm not. And that's what pisses me off. And it's like this is the representation of all those arbitrary things that you hold on to as to reasons why no, not yet, or this can't happen, or It's like such, you know what I mean? Like I just get the feeling like none of that really is. You're not beholden to any of that shit. None of that shit really fucking matters. You could release yourself from those things, those parameters that need to control but this, but that, or all the fucking excuses, all the whatevers. You could if you wanted to. And this is a really lustful, sensual, this, I mean, flirty, like, and this is you over here, like, throwing up walls to it. There's more to that devil card. You've hemmed and hawed enough. We got the Hanged Man with the Two of Pentacles. I swear to God. You've hemmed and hawed enough. Like, sorry. That's how we talk here. Two of Pentacles is about choosing to embark on that path. It's a choice. You've had a choice up to this point. Three of Cups is that social interaction, is that connecting with others, is getting out and having fun, making yourself available. And you have sat this is like, what this reminds me of? The willpower battle that happens between a toddler and their parent. I don't care how starving that toddler is. I ain't gonna like when I say they'll hold out till they pass out. This is you. I mean, I can't emphasize enough that your spirit team is so sick and tired of your antics. All because of how you're looking at something. You and the Hangman is that liminal space we were talking about. You've let yourself stay there for too fucking long. Why do I feel like they want to, like, you need to knock the dust off some shit? Like, I'm not saying that you got to go. I mean, in the world today, when there's a lot of like STIs, like spiritually and transmitted thing, I get it, but it's like time to get juicy again. Time to get the fluids flowing. Time to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, your sacral might need a little help. Here's the thing. The Three Cups, this is the Five of Cups. Usually they're staring at the Three of Cups and they don't see the Two Cups. And it's like, if only you could see the Two Cups, maybe you wouldn't focus on the Three of Cups. And Spirit's like, I'm so sick of your shit. Go ahead, keep staring at those Three Cups. I'm bringing the Two Cups in while you're fucking still staring at. Oh, it could go wrong and stuff. God, mother, are you serious? Like, I feel like this is. They're just like, I mean, nothing you do is stopping this now. Go ahead and try. Go ahead and try. They're so over your shit. So over your shit. And before you know it, it's like, okay, okay. You know when the toddler is like still in there, "Woo," you know what I mean? And it's like something distracts them. They're like, "Oh," and they stop, and you all of a sudden know that the tears weren't real. That's exactly, yeah. That's where we're at. Look. You are so making this harder than. Why do I feel like the Six of Cups is talking about you? They're calling you a toddler right now. So childish. Literally, good shit could come in. I swear to God, it's like because the Six of Cups comes out before the Ten of Wands. You're making it so much. You're making it an uphill battle. You're making it seem like a bigger deal than it really is. Like it's just too much work. You're the only fucking reason that it's too much work. Again, the nightmare. It's the idea of it that's worse than the actual reality. For crying out loud, you know. Here's the thing. Obviously, if this is like a soul partner kind of thing, right? They can't force you. I mean, they sure as hell can do everything they can to make sure the two of you meet. Um, they can move mountains and create, but they're not even doing that. They're like, we just want you to get out there and flirt and open back up and become more of you, so that we can allow this chance encounter. And you ain't even doing that. So it's like if you won't put yourself out there, then they'll bring it to you. And given how much you try to hold yourself up, something tells me the minuscule times that they could possibly bring something to you is probably not the best. I mean, it really is giving. I'm wearing a moo walking to my fucking mailbox. Oh, really, spirit? Okay, okay. I mean, you act like I don't know. You're acting like it's so hard. Okay, put this up. Hold on. I mean, heaven forbid you get the Ten of Cups from this. Heaven forbid you get exactly what the fuck you asked for and wanted. Nine of Cups. Because somebody else brings in a really, I mean, you know what I mean? Heaven forbid you get some reciprocal bullshit. Heaven forbid you meet somebody that would, like, you have the happiest life with. Oh my God. Yeah, they're putting an end to this shit. Death card with the Six of Cups. They're putting an end to this childish bullshit of yours. They entertained you for a period of time and tried to get you to do it yourself. It reminds me of my teenage son. You know, the only reason that phone is in my purse is because he couldn't get it together to do his schedule, go to bed on time, get up on time. I woke him up. He couldn't even get his ass out of bed. It was time to leave. He was still asleep. I was like, you know what? Not again. So here mama is. Give me the phone. I have to treat him like he's 16. You can get up and go to bed on your own at the like you are capable of this. But he wanna act like a baby. So mama gonna have to treat him like one. And there's just also something about this what they're asking you to do that really brings a solid end to something from the past, like to your past. It's like, okay, you're still behaving as if the past is still alive and well. You've worked through that. You just need to now move along, as in the Two of Pentacles, on your new path. Like, can we please just behave like we're not in the past anymore? But yeah, it's time to alchemize that shit. It shouldn't be impacting you anymore. Again, but the thing is, you've stayed so long in this liminal space that it's like, it's your comfort zone now. Like, I'm not obsessing over the past anymore, and I'm not having to like I purged all of that, but I'm also safe, so I don't have to like bring anything new in. Like, I can keep my peace then. Funny, I have the Ace of Swords, and they keep giving me like truth and clarity, but I don't think it's the hey, like them trying to bring some kind of truth and clarity in regards to your behavior. They're beyond that at this point. They're like, what the fuck ever. We have the Ace of Swords with the King of Cups. And a star. It might become crystal clear as to why the timing is now. Because I feel like the Ace of Swords has something to do with the King of Cups. Ace of Swords has something to do with the King of Cups. Because the star is about following your North Star home, right? It is the guidance that we receive and it being the light along our path. The star is the Merkaba in the Hermit's Lantern, the compass at which we are being guided. But there's like a story behind the Ace of Swords. Like, something becomes crystal clear as soon as about the timing in regards to the King of Cups. I'm going to ask about the star card really quick, and then we'll go to Ace of Swords. Four of Swords is, oh shit. So first I got, because there's no resistance to this, the star card, but it's also about, I mean, the Four of Swords is like a travel card. So there may be a timing of when someone is going to be available to have that chance encounter. And so it's the timing that has to be taken advantage of. Look at the star card again. For love of goodness gracious. Page of Swords. Page of Swords can be like the I'm peeping you out. Like, what if? Yeah, this chance encounter. Because the Page of Swords is the lurker, the watching, the observing, the noticing, the seeing, the perceiving card. The I'm gathering information. I'm, you know, it's the initial awareness. So if there is a chance encounter and you're like, really now? It's yes. You had to get on somebody's radar because there's just something about the four swords. This person may not be from your area. Or this could be a time in this person's life where things have finally settled down. And so there's actually like a break. Like they may be a very busy individual. And so it's kind of like, if you don't come across their radar now, they'll just fill their schedule up again. Right. Like, but if you do, why do I get the sense like if you do, then suddenly they will ensure their schedule has plenty of time for you. Like you have to come across like there's something about downtime for the four swords. 2 of cups. Yeah. This has to like there's something about this timing where it needs to initiate now because kind of like when you meet somebody and a certain person activates you, it's going to change how they move forward. But if they get into a space where they've filled up their schedule again, then like for real, timing is there's something about timing right now. It really is just boiling down to timing. It is in order to be able to you have to come across each other's radar. And there's something about because the Page of Swords is getting to know somebody, and so this person has downtime right now to get to know somebody. Either somebody is like going to be in close proximity because they have downtime because it can be like the vacation card. And so either space, like distance, is going to be bridged, and so timing is everything, or they have downtime, and so they it gives them the opportunity to get to know somebody. Page of Swords. Um, and so if you've come across one another now, they're like they don't have anything distracting them in life. They can focus on getting to know you. And I just said they wouldn't be deterred by your antics. Like they will pursue you. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. Yeah, this is the time to manifest. Like this is bridging the gap. We got the Magician with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is also a travel card. So there may be distance between you and them, or it could even just be like the distance that can be created because somebody's so busy. It's like there's just no real way to, you know what I mean? Um, and so I don't know. I feel like Spirit's been asking you to get out there, have a little bit of fun, get yourself ready. But this very well may be where it's like the reason why they're like proverbial boot to the ass is because the time is actually coming to encounter this person. Like all that prompting before was just to get you back out in the field, feel like you're reacclimated, kind of get your footing again, and you might have poo-pooed that away. And they're like, well, now, late for that now. Okay. Yep, something's ready to start. It's same as like planting seeds because they were showing me all this stuff down here where it's like planted. There's certain times of year where you have to plant something so that it can begin to grow. Um, Temperature, soil, climate, like not just temperature, but like climate, like the weather patterns and things like that. There's fall crops, there's spring crops. There's like Sugar snap peas do better in less heat and less direct sunlight. And like, there's just something about the circumstances surrounding this where it's like, it has to start now. I just felt something. There's something about it starting now that is going to impact, say, the end of this year. It's like it starts now so that by the time something else happens, there's something about now that determines when this is going to fruit. You know, like when you plant a seed, and so you know it needs 90 days of growth period before it has fruit on it. So there's multiple reasons why timing is of the essence. That's why there's also this feeling of rushedness, and why as soon as it happens, you're going to feel resistant. But like I said, this person's not going to be deterred by your antics. We have the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords, both talking about travel, moving, vacations, things like that. This may impact where you live, or like I'm seeing two people move in together. And that might be why something starts now, and by the time it impacts a later event that also has timing wrapped up in it. And I don't know why I'm getting like in time for very macro events, because now I'm feeling like let's move beyond the self, and things are happening on larger scales, societal scales, and it's like something about getting this really situated and firm before. So what if this person gets a new job and they end up moving somewhere else? You might choose to go with them, right? And this needs to happen now because they've got the time and they've got the ability to really like let their attention be grabbed by you. And it's before they really stack up there. And so again, it may shape certain decisions. Yeah, they want this solid before other events happen, because it then determines your choices and directions, both of you all. This is very coordinated, basically. I feel like up to this point you felt like meh, and it's like the promptings that you've gotten have been, like suggestions, and now it's like shit's gonna hit the fan, and they're like, it's not a suggestion anymore. We're telling you what's gonna happen. So something about the timing now impacts later events that I feel like are also being influenced by external factors. And so there's just a lot at play. And to secure something or get something to go a particular direction. So when you get irritated because you meet this person when you don't have your bra on, or you think that you weigh too much, or like it may be a day, like I just went through, I was like, it's been a day. Nothing horrible happened, but it was like one thing after another. And it was like, oh my God. And it's like, and then poof, you meet this on a day where you're like, really? You know what I mean? There's a reason. Now, I feel like I keep getting an inclination like it's in person, but I'm like, is it? Is it in person? Because it does say chance encounter. Wait a second. We are. We're going to go there. Archangel Tarot. And then we'll wrap it up. So Go ahead and get aggravated with spirit now. This is your one, oh, I just heard it. This is your one and only warning. You want to feel comfortable in your own skin when this happens. You get ready now. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? It's one of those things where it's like you just need to stay ready. Your one and only heads up. Is this an in-person meeting? We do talk about chance encounters. I can't help it, but yeah, it's time to check them fears. This nightness. Oh, this idea of something like time to check that at the door. We have the Eight of Cups with the Nine of Swords. It's feel the fear and do it anyways. It's time to move forward. You had plenty of time to kind of like play with him and haw, delve into, wonder about, blah blah. You night owl, you've got all the wisdom you need. Like whatever conjuring fears you've got, they're not really real. It's time. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Time to move on. Like you're literally expecting the worst, and that can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. You could literally stay in this liminal space already beyond what you should at this point, but like it's time to move on. It literally talks about desire to move on. Like it's time to move on. All right. Well, anything else? Five of Pentacles really does talk about the feeling of like lacking something. And this plays into the Knight of Cups because the Knight of Cups is like an invitation, a proposition. Like somebody asking you out. Can I have your number? Can I da-da-da kind of thing. You may try to use the idea of I don't have this, so to say no to something, whether it's a lack of money or I don't have the right clothes or I don't have like there's something that you feel like you like again, your arbitrary reasons. I don't believe that that's not going to deter this person from pursuing you though. It literally says on the Five of Pentacles, the wisdom to accept, to be willing to receive. And this does talk about the possibility of falling in love and yeah, it's a proposition, it's an invitation. Holding back. Holding back because you think you have again fears surrounding something. Like I don't have this, I don't have the right clothes, I don't have the da da da. Like I don't have the money, I don't have the I don't know. Some dumb shit. Why are we bringing this up again? What is it? What is so we have the Page of Swords again. This is just, on this deck. It says delays and changes to plans. I don't think that this is a delay that you're like. If you hold back and don't allow yourself to do this, it may create delays. Is what they're saying. It may feel challenging to accept this, but you need to. Like you have unnecessary worry here. I don't know what. Maybe you're afraid that Again, you're worrying about your clothes, you're worrying about money, you're worrying about something that you think that you don't have. You don't have something to, and literally, especially if this person shows up when you're at your worst, they do not give a shit. That it's not on their radar. It's just in yours. And there's this thing of like you trying to hold back. But they're like, "Yeah, there's no need to worry. Like this is unnecessary worry." New relationship. And then again, the death card is time to move on. Like, just please check these bullshit nightmares at the door. Like these are just arbitrary excuses at this point. They're gonna beat this dead horse. They don't care. They don't care. Because it's like they're gonna keep circling back to it. And it's just the fight within you to resist this is strong. You really want to. And they're like, before you get really pissed off at us, we're just letting you know now. This is exactly how it's going to unfold because of the time and place that we're at now. It is. Now, what you do with it afterwards, you know what I mean? All they can do is bring the two of you together. But I'm just telling you, there are delays that will end up happening because, again, something about it happening now impacts a later event. I don't think you want to deal with the changes in plans or delays that this and the thing is, I don't think they want you focusing on that. Like you shouldn't enter into this with the fear of what could it cause later. But they have to let you know because you also tend to come back and be like, why didn't you tell me this would happen? If I can tell you now, your one and only warning. Your one and only warning, okay? But the focus really is just about it's time to get back out there. You've been in liminal space for too long. It's time to take a chance on yourself. It's not taking a chance on other people. You should be you think you're worth it. You deserve it. And it's just fucking time. And I want to say things have been delayed long enough. And whatever you fear ain't fucking real. So it's your one and only heads up. This is gonna happen fast. I can already, I can fucking tell. I can feel it. It's gonna happen really fast. See, they're not gonna give you a long time to hem and haw and think about it, like the mulling it over and everything, and letting it build energy within you so that you can really put up that 9 of Wands. They're gonna. This is the kind of shit where it's like, by the way, and then 2 days later, you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like it just feels that way. So, yay. Now I will say, because we have 2 pages of swords, um, it could happen over the internet because this could be messages coming through. It could. It could be something where they run into you somewhere or have some kind of encounter. But no matter what, the energy is the same. You think that you're going to find some reason not to do it. You think that, oh, it's not a good time. Something's lacking right now. Blah 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 blah. It's a fast invitation. I can promise you, especially if it's on the internet, dating apps, social media, something to that effect. With the Page of Swords, they've already gathered some intel on you. They've already observed you. That might shock the shit out of you. You may be like, oh my God. Like you may have not been your best. I mean, they tell you to be really authentic when you post online and stuff like that, on TikTok. But it's like some of us get a little too comfortable and then we're like, oh my God. Like they saw that. And so I'm not going to say it's just an in person meeting, but whatever it is does bridge the gap. of distance between the two of you. So you can expect somebody to real fucking soon. And again, your natural instinct is to think of all the reasons you can't. And try to resist and hold back. And they're suggesting that you don't do that. You've been where you've been long enough. It's time to put on our big girl panties. Okay? We can do this. That's what they're saying. Up to you from this point. All right, that is the message. I hope everybody has a fantastic, wonderful day. And I will see you again at the next